All right, what's up, everybody? WCR2 is back, and I'm coming to you with a reaction of the new character that's coming out, Doomfist. I am actually pretty excited for this. I am been waiting for this guy to, well, not really waiting, but I've been wanting to know who this guy is for the longest time, and now there's finally a trailer out on this guy, and he's the new update for Overwatch. Like, I'm really hoping his move set is really good, and there's also another trailer coming out, so I'm gonna be playing that at the same time. Anyway, I'm really looking for a replacement for Roadhog because they nerfed the fuck out of him, so he's basically kind of shit now. So I'm really hoping this guy's move set is really good. But enough of the talk. Let's get to the trailer.
Welcome to another developer update. This is a particularly great one. I think this is the one that you guys have been waiting for. We're here to finally talk about Doomfist. So I'm Jeff from the Overwatch team. As you guys know, Doomfist is one of the most anticipated heroes that I think we've ever talked about. He's our
Yes.
25th hero. He hails to us from Nigeria, so he's West African.
Cool.
One thing you may not have known is that Doomfist is a prominent member of the Talon leadership. So, contrary to popular belief, Reaper is not the sole leader of Talon. There's actually a council of leaders who oversee Talon, and sometimes
Really?
they agree with each other, sometimes they disagree.
I did not know that.
And Doomfist is a very important member of that Talon council. Now,
I did not know that.
ideology is that he wants to see humankind become more powerful, and he thinks the way for that to happen is through conflict. So it's kind of a
What?
worldview, but he really believes that we
Holy shit, he's a Republican.
more conflict that we endure.
He's a Republican.
Obviously, Overwatch is a world group that's very opposed to conflict and is trying to create peace throughout the world. So therefore, it leads to Doomfist and Overwatch definitely being at odds with each other.
Okay.
Add to the fact that it was Winston who put Doomfist behind bars for
Really?
many years.
What?
And Doomfist's hatred of Overwatch is at an all-time high. Now that Doomfist is free, he plans to use Talon to implement his worldview on the rest of not only Talon but mankind altogether. So the story is going to get very interesting now that Doomfist is in the mix. I think it's going to be awesome that we learn more about Talon through Doomfist and his interaction with heroes like Widowmaker and Reaper. But let's talk about his abilities and what type of hero he is.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm waiting for.
Doomfist is in the offensive category.
Okay.
He's a very tough offensive type of hero. He has a number of great abilities that he can do. So probably his most defining ability is his Rocket Punch.
Knew
By
it.
default, we've bound Rocket Punch to alternate fire. It's a wind-up attack, so the longer you hold the button down, the more powerful and the farther you'll go with that rocket.
I thought he would have a
He
rocket
uses
punch.
that huge gauntlet that he has on his right fist to throw the rocket punch. Now, there's a couple cool things about it. One, you'll go through barriers if you do it. So if Reinhardt's holding his shield up, it doesn't matter. You're going to punch Reinhardt directly through that shield.
Oh,
The
that
other thing that's
seems a
really
little
cool about
OP.
rocket punch is it does more damage if you knock a hero back into a wall. So you're really trying to line up those exciting billiard shots with other heroes and inflict heavy damage with the rocket punch. Now he has some other abilities he can do as well. He's got an ability called Rising Uppercut, which, as you guessed it,
Sure
is a
you
giant
can.
uppercut that leaps him into the air and will knock his enemy up into the air along with him. Now, to mix with this ability or combo with it really well is an ability called Seismic Slam. The way Seismic Slam works is Doomfist gets a targeting reticle whenever he's in the air or has any sort of altitude, and he does a giant attack with the backhand of that gauntlet that stuns the enemy very briefly. Not so much stuns them as brings them closer to Doomfist. So it allows him to do a lot more sort of combo abilities with that Seismic Slam. It's kind of a small cone shape that you'll see.
What about his
You
normals?
immediately recognize it by the visual effect that we put on the ground when you do the ability. Doomfist also has a primary attack that's a simple gun that he has, which is a shotgun that's loaded into each knuckle of his left fist. and you can basically fire off 4 shots very quickly, one out of each of his front knuckles on that left fist, or you can sort of save them up and do them in a more rhythmic fashion. Will give you a user interface element that lets you know how many shots does he have in each one of those knuckles before he can unload with them.
So he has a certain amount in each knuckle?
For Doomfist to primarily use this attack as the main thing that he's doing or where he's getting all of his kills from, it's sort of to fill in the other space as he's using those really fun dynamic punch mechanics. Now, the thing you're probably wondering and caring the most about is, what is Doomfist's ultimate ability?
That wasn't the ultimate?
One of the funnest ones in the game. It's called Meteor Strike. When Doomfist uses Meteor Strike, he shoots up into the air. He gets an amazing targeting reticle that he can draw across the map and sort of gauge where he wants to land. And when he commits to it, Doomfist will come crashing out of the sky, stunning and knocking down everybody who's in that radius, as well as doing some damage to them. So not only might you just kill them outright when you Meteor Strike on top of them, if not, they're immediately laying down, and you can use abilities like Rocket Punch, Seismic Slam, etc. to do additional damage right away. So we think Doomfist is going to do a lot of flanking and do a lot of diving into enemy teams.
He sounds like my man.
Ability to encourage and enable that type of behavior. So he has a passive ability called the Best Defense. What this ability does is whenever Doomfist lands a punch on somebody, Doomfist gains a temporary shield, and the shield can increase, as he's doing more punches. Over time, the shield will decay and go away. So Doomfist is not permanently shielded by this. But if you're really getting in there, doing a lot of great combo abilities, you'll notice that your survivability is much higher. So this lets Doomfist get in there and rumble.
Sounds like you have to kill Doomfist very quickly.
It's really hard, diving in on 6.
He sounds OP.
But if you dive in on 2 and land some punches, you'll stand a chance at surviving because of that passive ability called.
Sound like you want to hit like them ones way in the back, like Mercy, Widowmaker, and Hanzo.
Even more so, we think Doomfist brings tremendous character to Overwatch. He's a really important figure. You've known about him since the announced cinematic, where that battle happened over his gauntlet. You've escorted his gauntlet in Numbani. It showed up stolen. Doomfist is very core to Overwatch. We think both his gameplay and his story is going to make the game really great.
He does sound a bit OP though.
Playing him, and we look forward to hearing all of your stories about what you've accomplished with Doomfist. Thank you.
Dude looks like Cyborg. Fucking dude looks like me though. I can't wait to play him, but he sounds pretty fucking awesome though. Alright, so next trailer up is right here. Hopefully this is a very good trailer. Let's do this.